Hi guys, Christine here. Welcome to this tutorial. And on this video, I will show you how to create a calendar using Book Like a Boss, how to navigate it, how to check your bookings, and everything else. Before we go inside the dashboard, let me show you how the calendar looks like so it'll make sense to you when we start creating your calendar. You could see the first tab here that says English 60 minutes. Now these texts right here, the steps to book a lesson is not a default. This is something we can add. And you're free to copy and paste this when you start creating your own calendar. And over here, you will see that there is an option for time zone. Your student must select this time zone before they even choose any timings for their lesson. Notice too that there's another tab here that says Tagalog because you can actually create multiple calendars using one account at Book Like a Boss. Alright, so I'm taking you inside now. You can see here that I clicked on Calendar tab. You probably think that to create a calendar you would go here. No, this is actually your calendar at Book Like a Boss. This is where you can monitor all your bookings. It's just like your Google Calendar, but this is your Book Like a Boss or BLB calendar. You see this highlighted thing down here? This is a sample booking that I made, and that's how you're going to see it when somebody books at your calendar. By the way, I am using my free account at BLB for this tutorial because I want you to see exactly what it looks like with using a free account. Now, there are a few things that you cannot do when you are not a paid member. One thing is you cannot accept group bookings. The other is you cannot sync this calendar, your Book Like a Boss, with any third-party calendar. So, but it works great. There's always a way to do things here, even if you're using a free account. And that's what I'm going to show you today. So basically, when you start using BLB, you have to log in and check your calendar here to check your bookings, just like you would do with a Google Calendar. I've got an example here actually that I just did a while ago. So if you click that, you'll see the booking details, when it's taking place, okay, taking place on the actual selected schedule by the student. What package is that? It says Tagalog on the calendar where it was booked. Description, you can replace this. This is what you saw earlier on the view page. Duration and maximum number of participants. Because it's free account, you only get one for each schedule. Here you could also see the client name and the email. To create a calendar, you need to go to Booking Pages tab and click on Appointments. Before we make any calendar, we need to set our time zone by going to Page Settings and Profile Details. Then you scroll down here and you would see Time Zone. Select your country and then select your appropriate time zone. Make sure you save it, update, and then now you can proceed with creating that calendar. So go to Appointments, click Add, and now we are under General tab. Some more tabs right here, but we're not going to touch on any of those except General for now and this profile details maybe. So let's put the title here. We're just going to say Tagalog. Set the hour to 1 hour, and I'm going to enter another duration if I want to render 30 minutes lesson. So then you have two durations, okay? Save it again. Every time you change something, just save. Now here, every time you change that with the timing, it'll tell you, would you like to connect it to a third-party calendar? You can't because you're using a free account. So just close that out. And then you go ahead and copy this text and paste it under description. And you just go ahead and reformat it because it's just like that here, and every time you paste any text under description. And there you go. Save it again. All right, close it out. Then the next thing you need to set here, you got the duration, 1 hour, 30 minutes. Next is the padding. What is a padding? A padding is the sufficient time in between bookings. You need to set some padding between your lessons, because if you click just no zero padding, let's say somebody booked for 1 o'clock, then the next somebody book at 2 o'clock, then you will not have time to take a break, at least 5 to 10 minutes of break time, okay, so you can prepare for the next lesson. Okay, set the interval to 15 minutes or 30 or even an hour. This is just how your time will show in increments. For example, 2 o'clock, 2:15, 2:30. If you set it every 30 minutes, it'll be 2 o'clock, 2:30, 3 o'clock, and so on and so forth. Next is the cutoff. How far do you want your student to be able to book? I always set that to between 4 and 6 hours, because so that they could still book for that day, okay, at least 6 hours. Below 6 hours, they will only see the timing that is 6 hours from the time of booking. Does it make sense? So if I'm booking at 1 o'clock, the student will only see the timing 7 onwards. Okay, so you can set that up to 6 hours or less, or even zero if you want them to be able to book right away. So it's okay too. It's up to you. But for me, I always set that to 6 hours, because I want to be able to know whether, I could still go out and not rush back home because I have a booking. Okay, I don't want any surprises that, oh my God, I have a booking, I need to go home. All right. Next is cancellation period. I always set that to 4 hours at least. Okay, not less than that, because nobody else can book 4 hours in advance. Okay. Make sure here at the bottom, click approval required. You want to make sure that this student has already paid you whichever payment method that you have chosen. Okay, so here I'm going to say booking received. Thank you. Sometimes I would say confirm this booking. Make sure that you have made your payment via PayPal. Okay, and I would put my PayPal account here. All right. If they haven't paid, I'm not going to approve this. You can also change this if you want to change, say, Tagalog or whatever calendar you want. Sometimes I would say Tagalog 1 hour. So I know that from the link, I know that it's 1 hour. But see, we created two durations. Here we have 30 minutes too, so we don't need that. Okay? So click preview, and this is how it looks like when you have it. See there. Um, Here, why is it there's only one calendar? Because you are previewing this particular calendar, because you can send them separate link for each calendar. Okay, unless you send them the main website, all calendar that we just created will now show. There you go. Okay, but if you want to just send them a particular calendar, you can go inside your dashboard and copy this full, and there's light. So if you want to see what the light looks like, click preview and click light. This will only show there will be no header or anything, just the company and this. It's really cool, isn't it? And it's really, really clean. Now, let's look at this for a moment. Remember, we set two duration, one 1 hour and one is for 30 minutes. Okay, so if they click 1 hour, they want 1 hour lesson, they would see here that the available timings, and we set it to half-hour interval. Now, if they want 30 minutes lesson only, they can click on the 30 minutes duration, and they can select the day and time. Okay, it'll be the same. Now, how is it, why is this set from 2 o'clock to 5:30? Okay, good question. I'm glad you asked that. So now this is where you need to go to be able to set what time availability will you open up for your students. This is where you go. You are still on your calendar, right? Now, if you are teaching the same time every day or every time, you have the same fixed schedule, whichever day you choose, then you can just set that up. You need to go to booking schedule. Now, here it says here that whatever time zone you set on the profile details, okay, this that will prevail. That's your global settings, okay? Whatever you set here under booking schedule will be your global settings. It means if you don't want to follow this, you can override this when you do that under your separate calendar. I'll show you that in a moment. Now here to set, this is why you only see 2 to 6 because I set it up from 2 o'clock. What I would normally do here, setting up my calendar, I'll start from Sunday because it has this apply to all button. I'll set up the timing that I want. Let's say 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. till 7 p.m. And then once I selected that for all the days that I want, then I'll say apply to all. Then it's all the same. Now, I don't teach every day. I only teach Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. So I am going to delete my Monday. Delete that. I will not delete Sunday yet. That would be the last thing I'm going to delete. Monday and then Thursday. I don't teach on Thursdays. And I don't teach on Sunday. So now I'm ready to delete this. And there you go. That would be my global settings. Now, if I want, for example, on my calendar, let's open that one that we created earlier. You can override that settings by going to this calendar icon here. And if you say use global settings, whatever you set, just what we set a while ago, that will prevail. Or you want to say use customized settings for this particular calendar Tagalog. Let's pretend that you want to be more organized. I'd say I want to do Tagalog from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., something like that. You will only open Tagalog classes from 5 p.m. to 7. So you know that at this time, you'll be teaching Tagalog only. It's up to you. Then you click apply to all. If I want to do that, okay? I'll remove Monday again. Or if I want to teach Tagalog on Monday, I can put that here too, but I don't. So I'm going to delete that and then delete Thursdays and then delete Sundays. So let's save these settings. I just use a customized settings for this particular calendar. And then if you have dates or vacation time that you want to block on your calendar, you click on add dates. Click on this icon and then let's say you don't want to teach on from October 1 to the 30th, and then create date range. And then we just close this and then we click save. Let's preview it again. Click on preview on full, and this is how it looks like now. You see, you got 5 only to 6 because we selected specific time for Tagalog. But if I didn't set that up, it'll use the global settings that start from 2 o'clock. If you click to October, you would see the days that we have blocked for vacation or days off. Now our calendar is ready for booking. Let's try to make some booking, shall we? That, we're going to click one of these timings. Message box. I'm going to enter my name to confirm this booking. See, this email. Is a default. Your booking is pending. And then click on book me. We click or we check that box subject to approval. So, or approval required. So this is that text. So at least you can communicate whatever you want to say here. So if they haven't paid yet, they'll be reminded to make any payments. I would normally, because this is my free account, I normally use my PayPal for them to pay for any lessons in this calendar. And then when you click OK, so that confirms that booking for them, but you still have to confirm it. Let's pretend now you go to your calendar here and you need to check, has anybody booked any lessons? So there you go. You see there's one booking Tagalog. If you click that, you can view it here, click each one of them, or you go to manage and click on bookings. And there you go. Those are the bookings that I just created here. It says, you see that there's an eye, it means you can view it. Okay, so if you view that, it'll open up the same thing. If you click that from the calendar, it'll open the same thing. When is the booking, what package, which calendar it was booked, okay? And this is subject for to cancel or approve a participant, click on the order link. Here is the order link. So you need to click on that to be able to approve this. If you don't approve this, then the student will only see pending. Okay, you have to manually approve it because of that box that we check approval required. So click on this link and this will open where you can see option approve, reschedule, or decline. The time comes, it's like this is the date, right? And it's like 2:15, 2:30 already. He hasn't paid. Are you going to do the lesson? Of course not. What you do is you email the person, the student, remind him, hey, you haven't paid. Do you still want to do the lesson? If she says, yes, 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 okay, can you please make a payment already? Then I'll approve your lesson. If they don't pay, then don't approve. Okay? You could probably say, you need to reschedule this because that time is already lapsed. Okay? Now, if they have paid, you check the money came into your PayPal, then click approve. Once you click approve, it'll send, it'll ask you, are you sure you'd like to approve this order? Approve. Okay. Then it will send a confirmation email to your student that says your booking is confirmed. Okay. And that's it. That's how you create a calendar using the book using book like a boss, how you create a calendar, how you review the order, how you approve, and how you set your availability. If you have any questions about this tutorial, pop it on the comments below or ask me directly on Facebook. You can come to Facebook group Rockstar VAs and Tutors and you can reach me through there. Okay, don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you for watching this video and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.